Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Spideyco64, and welcome back, everybody, to once again to yet another NASCAR 1/64 scale diecast review. And here for today's 1/64 scale diecast review, we're going to be here today, folks, to have a look at and review here today at Corey Heim's number 11 Charlotte Roval Truck Series Race Win version. All right, so we got right here ourselves right here a Corey Heim race win to talk about here, and this is a car or excuse me, a truck that has been let me kind of tell you all this. This is a truck that's been kind of a little bit has been disappearing a little bit as far as I have been seeing. So we're gonna go ahead and talk here about this race win and all that such. And actually, this is probably at the most perfect time because Corey Heim is the most recent winner in the NASCAR Cup Series. So let's go ahead and let's just simply get into the video. So here's a quick look at the packaging, nothing too different. This is the 2025 box. It says Tricon Garage down there. Of course, obviously on the other side, Mobil 1, Roval Win, 2025 Tundra, and all that stuff right there. All right, here is a look at the diecast itself. So get this. I looked at my YouTube library and I just realized something that I kind of sort of have been thinking to myself, oh boy, that's actually not that great. And that is, I just realized it's been 2 months since we have looked at a race win diecast. Yeah, like literally dead ass. Like I have, like think about this. Like in case any of you may or may not know, I built this channel off of looking at race wins. That was kind of what this channel was all about. And then the standard edition diecast, what I would look at would be some O'Reilly's and also some Truck Series diecast, with some of those also sprinkled in, some race wins. But lately, I've been looking at a lot of Cup Series diecasts that aren't race wins, but I hope to change that here in a minute, but I just wanted to say that. But taking a closer look, though, at the diecast itself here, and boy, oh boy, this is a awesome looking race win. I've said this before when it comes to race wins. The best race wins are if it has so much damage on it, is that it's just so beat up and it's so damaged that it's just like, holy crap, that just looks like that looks like a car that took a beating. And then the other good race wins I would say is that, hey, if it's covered in a decent amount of confetti, I think that's also really great. I'm gonna say this is probably the best race win truck from last season. Most of the race win trucks look pretty damn clean, in all honesty. Like, they look very clean, and all that such. And I think the only ones we've taken a look at is, like, what? Did we have a look at, there's a Kyle Busch. There's a Kyle Busch truck we had to look at, a Kyle Larson truck, and maybe like a Lane Riggs truck. There might have been another one in there that I might have forgot about. But yeah, though, and it's really cool to finally get a Corey Heim race win. I mean, dude won 10 Truck Series races, but hardly a lot of his cars got made. But with Lionel's new MOQ, it did save this car. And considering that he's been winning some Cup races now more often, I think that he's going to get a little bit more popular, and I think he'll have to do A-okay, and I think he'll do A-okay when it comes to diecast. But yeah, just looking at this car head to toe, it is just so covered in damage, just head to toe. It is just like, I don't know. Again, this is just one of those race wins that are just like, holy shit, dude. Like, this is a race win. That I can tell you what. So yeah. All right, let's not waste any more time, and let's just get down to the sponsors here. So on the windshield banner, you got Craftsman, and you got Heim right there. You got the little camera there that says Toyota. Here is the Mobil 1 hood. Of course, here is the Toyota Tundra front end. It is a little bit kind of crooked a little bit, and that is because of the way, again, these Truck Series molds, these generic truck molds. I do hope they change it because, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really look all that great, but you can excuse it for being a race win and all that such. But anyways, it says Toyota Tundra number 11. It says Tricon right there. I don't know which side. Okay, we'll go down this side because this side at least you can read the decals. It does say Goodyear on top of the wheel well. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Playoffs Round of 8. Number 11 on the side with the Pegasus right there. Always really love the Mobil 1 Pegasus. Mobil 1 Sirius XM. You got Corey Heim's name right there. And you got a shit ton of race win stickers. And, oh, by the way, this was Corey Heim's 10th win of the season. That tied him with the all-time record with the late, great Greg Biffle in a single truck season. Anyways, you got Toyota, Safelite, JBL, Celsius. And I can't read out the rest. It says Tricon right there. Safelite, Toyota, Mobil 1, Heim right there, and then of course obviously it says the playoffs right there, but it's not going to be the playoffs heading into this coming here in a month. It will be the Chase. Mobil 1, Toyota TRD Pro, number 11 back there. Same stuff on their side if it were a clean car, and there's another look at the truck if you wanted to see that. But let's go ahead and let's just get into the race win damage because I've been waiting for this. So let's examine how beat up this freaking truck is. So let's go ahead and talk here about the hood. Hood is taped up right here. And the reason why that is because, yeah, I think on the first lap, Heim and Lane Riggs full on went into that first corner, that 90-degree corner at the Roval. And what, of course, obviously happened. Yeah, so went in hard into the, yeah, it had some damage and all that such. And of course, you can see that the team did a good job to try to tape up the car or the truck. You got some dirt and grime on the front. Of course, the front end, not that dirty here, but you can see this side is scrunched up and all that such. And you can see the headlight decals all scraped. You can see more scratches, scrapes. Yeah, just look at this side right here, all scraped off. Like, literally. Hell, even the... I think, yeah, or no. I thought the A-pillar here had some damage, but it looks like that's a part of the design. Okay, that's weird. Got more scrapes on the side. Yeah, just a hell of a lot more. It got more down right where the quarter panel is. And then right here, you got the back, which is just more scraped up. Even the spoiler on the top even has some, is even black here and there. The back is probably the most cleanest one, and actually you can see the details right here of the panels and all that such they put on here. Of course, the holes where you can make adjustments onto the truck. Because, of course, this is a more truck arm, this is a truck arm chassis that the trucks use. Got a half tire donut right there that's cut off right there. Right there where Sirius XM is. No gas cap ring, which is interesting. And then the side here, and then look at that. You got a big old piece of tape just covering the 11 right there. Got some more tire donut right there. And this side probably is the other more cleaner side of the car. But yeah, you got tape there. And the hood is probably, and yeah, probably the roof. And probably this side right here on the left, what is this? Yeah, on the left front. This side right here is probably the more cleaner part. And then, of course, the roof and probably the flatbed. But everything else is just head to toe covered in some scrapes and scratches. So there you go, guys. That is a look. That was a look right there at Corey Heim's Mobil 1 Charlotte Roval truck win. I mean, I am a little bit disappointed that the trucks never got to race there at the Roval for at least a second time, because for those who are not really well aware, NASCAR will be racing at Charlotte, but it will be back on the oval. So there will be a Charlotte oval race in the fall. It is disappointing because I do think, hey, I would have loved to see one more race at the Roval, but I do tend to agree that the Roval kind of has run its course, and plus Charlotte Motor Speedway is like one of the few, it's just a great track, and I can understand why people wanted the oval to come back. It's one of the few good ovals that you're just like, put O'Reilly, trucks, and Cup there, and you would put on a very good race right there. But overall, my thoughts and feelings, though, on this car, or on this truck right here, is I love it. I love this truck. Easily probably one of the best race wins of the year. I've said this before. I think with Cup, I think Denny Hamlin's Martinsville win from 25, and then Ross Chastain's Coke 600 win from Charlotte also was great, and this also takes the cake. Now, in terms of for the O'Reilly series, I think that Connor Zilich's Coda win also is probably up there as well, but I have to kind of remember here a little bit because it's kind of been a while since I've been looking at some 25 diecast here. I'm fully in 2026, but we still have some 2025 leftovers to talk about here. So yeah. Now, there is another Corey Heim race win out there. That is the Phoenix win. I'm going to be honest here. I don't know if I'm going to. Well, okay, I am probably going to review it, but however, though, don't anticipate me doing a review of that now. I got a hunch feeling that Phoenix win is going to be in the winner circle line. I'm kind of holding out that I find that in the winner circle line, and I could do a review with that, because that can make that review a little bit more interesting. But it's basically a really clean truck, and I can understand why Lionel never really bothered to make any of the other Heim race wins, because they're all just super clean. And they offer this one because this one actually has some race win damage, and it's another sponsor than just Safe Light. So there you go. But no, man, Corey Heim, though. Let me tell you this about Corey Heim. That's going to be a really awesome Brickyard win, and then also the San Diego win, which, by the way, yeah, that's also going to be with Mobil 1, so that's really cool. We also got some truck ones coming out. You know, the one where, I forget the sponsor, the one where he beat Ross Chastain and all that such, and all that good stuff. And then there's also the Michigan one, and there's also like a Rockingham one that I also don't remember the sponsor. But hey, we got some Corey Heim race ones coming up, but it's really cool that we finally got one here in the Diecast line. So that's going to do it here for today's review, guys. Hopefully all of you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below. What do you think of this Heim race win? I think it's freaking awesome. I think it's an awesome race win diecast. If any of you can, get this diecast as soon as if you can, because this car has been, or this truck has been drying up a lot. I got this off of, I think, Spoiler Diecast, because K-State shut down. We won't get too much into that and all that such, but yeah, so. And also try to get yours for a relatively cheap price, especially if it's on eBay, because they've been increasing the shipping prices, and I'm just like, I don't like that. But the point of the matter is, though, get this diecast if you can. I'll love it. And that's going to do it here for today's review, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this one. Leave a like, comment down below again, and I will see all of you in the next video, which, speaking of which, of Chastain, it's going to be on one of his more obscure paint schemes from this year. Hope to see you all then.